This Topeka native never imagined her passion would one day earn her the title of Miss Indian World, a role that she now uses to inspire youth and represent Native communities across the globe. Here's this month's Everything Woman honoree. Growing up in a house full of dancers, Dania Wahwasuck's path to becoming Miss Indian World was practically destined.
I was born in Topeka, Kansas. I remember always practicing in the living room and being able to go to powwows with my auntie as well.
Her dance journey didn't stop there. By middle school, she was ready for a new challenge.
I had always loved jingle dancing, but something inside of me just wanted a different change of pace. And so that's when I first switched to fancy dancing, which in my opinion is more, it's fancier, faster, a little bit more cardio.
Dania's childhood was also marked by frequent moves. She lived in Washington, Idaho, Oregon, and Nevada, attending multiple schools along the way.
I actually initially started my high school at Royal Valley, but then we had moved back to Nevada. I had always been into my academics, and I had always been a straight-A honor student.
Wahwasuck's commitment to learning extended beyond high school. She participated in a program at Western Nevada College that allowed her to earn college credits while still in high school.
In that program, I went there just every single day as a college student, and I actually graduated with my associates in liberal arts before I had graduated high school.
Initially, she pursued elementary education, inspired by her mother, who happens to be a teacher.
It wasn't until I started student teaching where I just felt like I was not on the path I was supposed to be.
That realization led her to the University of Kansas, where she enrolled in the Leadership in Diversity and Inclusion program.
I will have my master's in Leadership in Diversity and Inclusion this spring, and I will also have my certificate in Indigenous Educational Leadership.
As Miss Indian World, she carries the responsibility of representing Indigenous people everywhere.
For me, I do think there is that responsibility of representing all Indigenous people, but I do think it's important to know and be educated about different cultural backgrounds and current news topics at hand involving our Native communities, because as Miss Indian World, that is your title, and if people have questions, I do feel a responsibility to help answer those to the best of my ability.
Since winning her title back in April, Wahwasuck's schedule has been non-stop.
I believe I have only had 2 weekends off. So far I've been to Canada and New York and up in California. I do a lot of youth events, but I also would love to branch out and do more.
Education remains at the heart of her mission.
So my platform is education. I do think education is very important, especially among our Native communities. One of my events that I did this year so far was the Unity Conference, and I did 2 different workshops there. I did college and career readiness, and then also a pageant prep class, and that was more about finding your voice and helping them find that confidence within themselves.
And family continues to be a source of inspiration. Her mom, a single parent and current PhD student, has taught her the value of perseverance.
I hope that, I can just inspire at least one person to continue pursuing their dreams, and that's the work that I want to do. I want to continue to uplift and inspire.
Dania is proving that being Miss Indian World is much more than wearing a crown. It's about carrying a message of pride, perseverance, and possibilities for the next generation. If you know a woman we should highlight in this segment, just go to KSNT.com to nominate. We feature these honorees during 27 News on the last Tuesday of each month.
Everything Woman, sponsored by Sharp Honda, Topeka ER and Hospital, and Washburn University.